Hey guys, you're watching Cait Straight Up and I'm your host Caitlin, and today we're going to make a phenomenally, amazingly garlicky pizza. There's no better way of saying it. We are making a roasted garlic white pizza that's going to be so freaking good, you guys are going to love it. And for this occasion, and since National Garlic Day is right around the corner, I am wearing my Stop and Smell the Garlic t-shirt that I absolutely love. That's available on shopcaitstraightup.com. If you know me, you know that my house and my kitchen always smells like garlic. I pretty much put garlic in everything. It's one of my favorite ingredients. I absolutely love it, and I don't think I could cook without it. It is my favorite. Garlic, 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 that's all me. So we are going to stop and smell the garlic and get this recipe started in our nice, easy-going fashion like we always do. To start our recipe, we're going to want to roast up full bulbs of garlic. So I have a recipe that is already up on my roasted garlic, but to give you a little quick breakdown, you're going to slice off the top of the garlic, peel away the extra kind of skin that's around it, and then you're going to drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. You're going to put that into a 350-degree oven for about an hour, or at a higher temperature if you don't have that much time. We're not using a red sauce on this pizza. As I mentioned in the opening, it is a white pie. So we're going to make a garlic cream sauce here that is going to go perfect for our roasted garlic white pizza. So I'm melting up about 2 tablespoons of butter here that I'm just going to give a nice whisk. And once it gets melted down, I'm going to add the same amount, 2 tablespoons of just all-purpose flour. You're going to want to mix that in together to thicken up the butter. And then it's time for a few other ingredients. Once your butter is melted, you're just going to continue to whisk and knock your heat down to medium-low because we did the hard part, we melted our butter. Then we're going to add 1 cup of cream. So, you know that I normally like to sub in almond milk for things, but this is, oh, our oven's preheated, we are ready to make our pizza. But this recipe really does call for a cream. So if you want to use a lighter cream, that's fine. You could do a half and half. But it really does need a creamier base sauce, so we don't want to skimp and do the almond milk. We're going to use some actual cream in this recipe. Once your cream is in, then you're going to want to keep whisking to make sure that all of the lumps from the flour are out. If it seems like your sauce is not thickening enough, then you just go ahead and add more flour. You know, maybe you measured wrong with your cream or something, but just go ahead and add more. You do want it to be a little bit thicker, not too thick. It is a sauce, but a little bit thicker. Last ingredient before we get our garlic out and move over to our blender is about a heaping tablespoon of ricotta cheese. No one's ever complained about too much cheese, so if it's a little bit more, don't worry about it. But go ahead and just whisk that right into your sauce as well. So for your sauce, you're going to need 1 whole bulb of roasted garlic. And you know it's done when you could easily remove the pieces of garlic from the outside wrapping. So you might have to give them a little bit of a squeeze. They might not just pop out on their own. But you're going to want to pull out each individual clove. Once all of the cloves are out of our bulb of garlic, we're going to put some aside to top our pizza with. The rest of it is going into a blender that we're going to blend in with our sauce. So let's see if we could do this. We're going to pour in our sauce nice and thick. And the last step is just to blend this all up and get it ready for your pizza. So if you're using your Ninja or your NutriBullet, you're going to want to make sure that you have your stuff on nice and tight. Then you're going to lock it in and let it rip. So there's only 3 toppings to this pizza after we get our sauce. We're going to slice up some of our roasted garlic. I have what's called lightly dried basil. The texture of it's really nice. It's not completely fresh, not too dried, so it makes a great pizza topping. And just some black pepper. So your roasted garlic is going to be quite squishy, so you're not going to be able to like fire away on it. Cut nice little slices that can fit onto your pie. So just like that. Nice little slices that aren't going to be too much. Now, as you roast garlic, its potency and that really intense garlic flavor kind of goes down a little bit. So that's why after you roast it, you can eat a lot more of it than you would raw. So I usually like to cut up a couple of cloves and get ready to top my pizza. So I do have a store-bought pizza crust here just to simplify this recipe, but I also have a really easy 2-ingredient pizza dough recipe that you can find by clicking that link up there. Best part about it is it's super healthy also. All you need is self-rising flour and a little bit of Greek yogurt. But for now, I'm going to show you how easy this actually can be. We're going to use just a store-bought pizza dough. I like to put a little bit of black pepper right onto the dough before I even sauce. Preheat your oven to about 425 degrees, and it's time to get our delicious garlic sauce right onto our pie. So we're just going to take a ladle and just spread it out across our pizza. So just ladle in the center there and kind of just swirl it on out towards the ends. You're going to want to leave a little bit, you know, of a crust, obviously. You want to have even sauce. You don't want someone getting a ton of sauce and someone not. I like to go pretty close to the end because I actually am not a crust fan. I know that's weird. Everybody loves the crust. But I like to have my ingredients going right up to the end of that pizza. After that, I like to put my fontina cheese down first. So just take that grated fontina. These cheeses, because they're a nice Italian cheese, it goes really delicious with that garlic sauce that we created. But you could feel free to experiment. I've done this recipe before with a provolone and a mozzarella, and that's really good also. So a nice layer of that fontina cheese. After that, just plop down that mozzarella. Your oven's going to be preheating. It's going to be perfect. All this cheese is obviously going to melt, so no worries if it's perfect slices. And then, time to add our garlic pieces. Just throw them on there. I like to just kind of see where they fall, you know, because a pizza pie shouldn't be perfect. It shouldn't look like you placed everything perfectly. So I like to just kind of let them see where they fall. That's probably too much there as I'm saying it. But there you go. Perfect. Last but not least, we have our 2 spices again. We have that lightly dried basil that if you could find it in your store, it's perfect. We're just going to go ahead and put that right over top of our pizza, a nice healthy dose of that. And then we're going to do a little bit more black pepper, and then into that 425-degree oven it goes for anywhere between 12 and 18 minutes until your crust is a golden brown and your cheese is bubbling. And after that time in the oven, you have yourself a delicious, awesome, amazingly garlicky, and incredible roasted garlic white pizza. If you can't tell, I totally love this recipe. It is my favorite because garlic's my thing. If you like this t-shirt, make sure to check it out on shopcaitstraigup.com. Enjoy this recipe. I hope you love it. Subscribe to Cait Straight Up for more recipes like this one every Tuesday. If you have a request, do that below. Make sure to find me on Instagram, Cait Straight Up Cooking, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.